What is going on YouTube? Welcome back. You can see the steam. So that means that I'm going to be showing you a full day of eating. We're actually running a a high carb day. I'm still not really over this sickness that came over me on show day, but we are definitely on the mend. Since Monday I've dropped over 2 kilo, and I woke up this morning and body was just feeling a little bit weary, so I kind of predicted Meg was going to run a bit of a high day today, to be honest. I'll pop up my tracker on the screen and I'll pop up this morning's visuals, but we are definitely, like, Meg literally said, she was like, if I wanted to peak you this weekend we could peak, so we need a little bit of a high day just to kind of bring me back to life. Like, we kind of just want to hold this look, so we don't really want to get any leaner than what we are. I'm already leaner than what I was and lighter than what I was leading into the last peak week, and we want a similar look. So I will show you the spread for this morning. So we have 50 grams of cream of rice, 5 grams of dark chocolate, then we have 100 grams of raspberries. I get frozen raspberries and then I pop them into the microwave for like 30 seconds, and then we have 1 full egg and 125 grams of egg whites, and then I put peppers and mushrooms into this. So I'm going to eat this before it goes cold, and then I will catch you guys in a bit. What is going on, guys? So it is a little bit later on. I'm just up from a nap. Naps are just a non-negotiable for me as of recently, but we have meal 2 ready to go, which is 100 grams of prawns, 50 grams of peppers, 50 grams of mushrooms, and 200 grams of potato. To do the potato, what I do is sometimes I'll pre-boil it, sometimes I won't. This morning I just didn't have time, so I literally just cut them into like little slices like this, and then I pop them into the air fryer at 180 for 15 minutes. I'm also going to add my pink salt to this meal. So I do 1 gram of salt per meal. I have 6 meals in the day, so it's 6 grams of salt. I'll also drink 6 litres of water as well. So I'm currently like 2 litres in. I front load my water, so I have most of my water in the morning time, just that then it means that then I can taper it off then towards the end of the day, so I'm not up all night going to the toilet. But what I do in the morning is I will measure out all of my salt. I use like a micro weighing scales for the salt, and then I just throughout the day. So yeah, I'm gonna eat this. I'm gonna have a coffee. I'm not sure whether I'm gonna do caffeinated or decaf, and then I'm on a posing call in 20 minutes. So that is the game plan for the day. I'm also going to be going out later on with my mum. She wants to go to like a lavender farm, I think it is. So that'll be really nice to spend some time with her. So what I'll do is, once I'm off the posing call, I'll get a few meals prepped, so that I can actually bring them with me. So there you go, guys. You can still do, you can actually do things on prep. You don't need to isolate yourself. I don't know where that whole thing came of that you can't spend time with people. At the end of the day, like, people want to spend time with you for you, not to watch you eat. And if every activity that you end up doing revolves around food, I think you need to really reassess the people that you're hanging out with. Like, are they just using you as someone to go and sit with while they eat? You know, like, a lot of my friends don't go to the gym. They don't bodybuild. They don't understand what I do. They respect it and they accept it because they see what bodybuilding brings to me. And I'll happily sit there and not eat while they have something to eat, or we'll meet up and go for a coffee, or we'll meet up and go for a walk, or we'll do like an activity. Not everything has to revolve around food. Do you know what I mean? Is it nice? Yes. Like, when I have that flexibility to sit there and have a meal with them, yeah, of course. But that's not going to be all of the time. And if your friends or like don't accept that, like, you need to have the conversation with them basically and explain why you're doing what you're doing and what that's going to look like. You know, not everyone is going to accept it, you know, like friends, family, things like that. But I think having the conversation is really important. Otherwise, they're going to be like, oh, geez, all of a sudden, like now she's not eating or whatever. You know, having the conversation is definitely important. But I think if, you know, your friends don't accept it and they, like, it genuinely is something that you do enjoy and it does bring you happiness, then I think you need to reevaluate your friends. I'm sorry to tell you guys, but like, if one of my friends said to me, like, I want to become a fucking an astronaut and this is what I have to do, I'd be like, look, I don't understand at and about space, but if this is something that's going to make you happy, let's go for it. Do you know what I mean? And that's the way that it should be, you know? So that's my little TED talk on that. I'm going to sit down, I'm going to eat this meal and pose and call. Yeah, so I'll catch you guys in a bit. Really?
I'm having like a lot of self-doubt the last few days, you know?
That's normal. I feel like when you get to this point as well, because you're not lean, but you're not like off season shape, and you're kind of just like, you feel flat, but you also don't feel like lean, but you don't feel muscular either. You're just kind of like, eh. Leaning over into the right hip. Think about, so for here, so when we go like this, you're trying to show off the glute, so you're like kind of wrapping the hip around. Does that make sense? But keep the legs straight. Yeah, now twist that hip towards me. Okay, so back pose. 1, step back. 2. So my left foot, this one, is at 12 o'clock, okay? What you were doing is you were just keeping them too close. You weren't giving yourself enough space. So step. Boom. We are back. We are back. So the camera, no, sorry, I'm lying. The mic actually died. So I'll just attach a photo of what meal 3 was. So it was 50 grams of cream of rice. I did the same flavour, the coconut white chocolate from Trained by JP. And 30 grams of whey. And I made that into a creamy. So for that creamy, I just mix it with water. And then as it's spinning, what I do is I'll add in hazelnut drops that I got from My Protein. Are they from My Protein? Yeah, I think they're from My Protein. So I did a chocolate flavour whey, and then 100 grams of raspberries and 10 grams of 85% dark chocolate. So that meal was dreamy. So what I've been doing in the meantime was I went out, I got my toes done. So I got the shellac off, got new shellac on, got the exact same colour, and went and I did a little top up food shop. So I just kind of got like fruit, basically fruit, vegetables, the things that go off really quick. That's what I just needed to get, and yeah, and then I came back. So I'm about to sit down, I'm going to do a quick block of work, clear some WhatsApps, get back to some inquiries that have come through, and then myself and my mum are off to the lavender farm as far as I know. So I have my 4th meal prepped, packed, ready to go. I'm having a decaf coffee because it is, what time is it even? 20 to 3. I normally don't have any caffeine after 1. So yeah, and I will be going to bed early tonight because I'm actually, right, I've changed my routine when it comes to training. So I always used to be like a kind of 12, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock kind of a time for training. But as of recently, I've really been enjoying training in the morning time. The gym is a lot quieter, but also I find that like the people that are in the gym at that time, like they're trying to get ready to go to work and everything like that. So basically they're like locked in and they're just there to get shit done. They're not there for chit chat, none of that. And there's also there's also less kids in the gym. I know that's really bad. Everyone's entitled to go to the gym, but look, your gal has been on prep fucking 7 months. My tolerance for children or teenagers messing in the gym is non-existent. So I'm just looking to get in, get it done. That's what we're on. So yeah, I've been really enjoying going in and training first thing in the morning. But I have calls, I have a pose and call at 11. So I need to be home by say 10 to be able to have my post-workout meal. But it's also just really nice coming home that early, I don't know, I feel a bit smug because I'm like, my training session's already done. But yeah, also guys, what do we think of the top that I got in Alicante? I love it. It's an absolute vibe. My only regret is I didn't actually buy more. So it looks like I'm just gonna have to do an Alicante show again and buy more shit. But yeah, so I am gonna crack on with this next block of work because my mum is gonna be home soon. She's gonna want to glue, so I want to get this wrapped up. And yeah, I'm gonna switch off super early. I'm thinking I'll have maybe like my last meal, sorry, at around maybe 6-7 o'clock. So we'll see, because my mum, when we go out together, she likes to dilly dally, whereas I'm like, let's get this done, you know. But I really just want to be able to go out and be present with her. Do you know what I mean? So in order for me to be able to do that, I need to wrap up a certain amount of work. So I myself, I'm gonna stop dilly dallying, and I'm gonna crack on with work. Meal 4, we have 40 grams of rice, 50 grams of peppers, 50 grams of mushrooms, and 100 grams of prawns. I already added the salt in here. I had it in a cooler bag, but I actually forgot to bring the ice pack belonging to the cooler bag, so this is actually warm. I'm probably risking getting food poisoning, but we move. So after this, we're going to go for a little walk in the lavender farm. It's actually fab here. It's actually so nice. It's so zen. So I'm going to eat this, and then I will catch you guys in a bit. What is going on, guys? So it is a little bit later on. I am back from said lavender field. I don't know if you were supposed to like pick the lavender, but I did. So nice. So I picked I picked a good bit, and I have some like sitting by the bed, so I'm gonna have the best fucking sleep of my life. Also, this is the t-shirt I got at Empro. So nice. So nice. The quality is so good. Like, it's proper thick material. So you guys join me for the evening wind down routine. So what I'm actually doing is now I'm getting my morning drink ready. So that way then it's ready to go first thing in the morning. So I do glutamine, hydroflow. I've now added in vitamin C. This is at a higher amount, so I do 5,000 milligrams. I used to only do 1,000, and I used to use the dissolvable tablets. They're only 1,000. They have a little bit of zinc in them as well. I do take extra zinc on top of like whatever was in that, but with me being as sick as what I have been, I actually got vitamin C powder. So this is 5,000 milligrams. So I add this in, and then I take creatine as well first thing in the morning. I like creatine first thing in the morning for 2 reasons. So one, it helps with cognitive function. I actually find that it actually helps wake me up a little bit, but it also helps to pull water into the cell. Glutamine, this is like one of my absolute favorites, right? I've been using glutamine for years. It's great for hydration. It's great for your immune system. It also helps to heal the lining of your gut. So anyone who has like gut issues, things like that. It also, I find anyway, just helps you to go to the toilet a little bit. That's what I find. And then hydroflow, I kind of just use this more so like nearly to flavour my water, if that makes sense. Obviously, there's things like, for example, it does have a little bit of vitamin C. It has vitamin B5. It also has vitamin B7. And it has a cocoa mineral in it, which is basically like coconut water in a sense, but without the carbs. So I add this into all of those. So those, what was it, 4, into a shaker, and then I leave that in the fridge. So once I've finished doing my check-in for Meg, because I check in with Meg every single day. God help Meg, I've been checking in every single day since April. Then I can have this, and not until I've finished my morning shake will I have a coffee. So hydrate before you caffeinate. There's little things that I do that are like rituals almost. and I just find that they help set me up for the day. And they're basically they're habit stacking. So my habit is that in order for me to have a coffee, I have to do this. I also then will measure out my salt for the day, and then I will get my pre-workout meal ready, because like I said to you guys earlier, I'm training first thing in the morning, so I will be up around 5, half 5 in the morning, and I'll do my check-in for Meg, see what the game plan is, if we're going back to, it doesn't really make a difference if we're going back to normal food or if we're going to run another high day. I would say we're probably just going to go back to normal food. The reason I'm saying it doesn't really make a difference is because the pre-workout meal is the same. Now, I did forget to record meal 5 for you guys, but it was actually the exact same as meal 4. So the 40 grams of rice, 50 grams of peppers, 50 grams of mushrooms. The only difference was that there was 10 grams of nut butter with meal 5. So it is now going on, it's actually nearly 7:10, so I'm going to go for a shower. I've put all the clothes away. That was tedious. Honestly, the whole bed was fucking covered in clothes. Gonna go for a shower, do all my skincare bits, put on my pyjamas, and then I'm gonna have meal 6. I'm not sure if I'll actually, like, realistically, I'm not sure if I'll remember to pick up the camera, but if I do. But meal 6 is 50 grams of oats, which I already have them made. So 50 grams of oats, I do them in the air fryer, and I add 200 mils of water, and then I also added some flavour drops, the ones like I was talking about earlier. Let me actually just check if they are from my protein. I think they are. Yeah, they're from my protein. So I have hazelnut and I have white chocolate. I have some other ones as well from Prozis, but I'm really liking my protein ones at the moment. And then I will have a creamy, which consists of 100 grams of Greek yogurt, 20 grams of whey, and 200 mils of almond milk, unsweetened. So yeah, and then I have like the remainder of my salt in here, which I will then distribute over the oats. Oh, and 100 grams of berries and 20 grams of dark chocolate. So I'll distribute that over the creamy, which is actually really nice, guys. Don't knock it until you try it. And the oats, my brain is starting to die off now, so I am gonna start winding down. I have been taking Turbo Dreams from Engineered Muscle, and I do actually really like it. Now the first few nights that I did actually take this, it gave me the fucking weirdest dreams. Honestly, guys, like the weirdest dreams. But it's kind of settled now. I've been taking it now. I'm on my 2nd tub. So that's over a month. Sleep when you're this lean, it's not really a thing. So I literally have to like knock myself out, trying to get to sleep. But again, like, these are things that people don't talk about on social media when they're talking about like stepping on stage and getting lean. Like, everyone thinks like, oh my god, like, must be so fun or whatever, you know. But actually, someone had asked me like, oh, like, do you find that you're more confident now that you're like stage lean? Absolutely not. No. I actually, for me anyway, as a female, I actually get a little bit more self-conscious because I've no ass. I just have glutes. Do you know what I mean? I'm not very, like, I don't have a feminine shape. Like, I don't have hips anymore. I just go straight down. Do I think it looks sick for, like, bodybuilding and on stage? Yeah, I love it for that. But other than that, like, day to day, not a vibe. Not a vibe. I don't feel very, very feminine. I don't feel very sexy, if that makes sense. But yeah, so that's on that. But the camera's about to die, so I will catch you guys in the next one. Okay, love you. Bye.